I have a really good friend, and she gave me an amazing present, and it was a session with Douglas Ballard. And she said to me, look, she said, you've tried everything. And I promise you, I had tried everything. And she said, look, humour me. Just go along with an open mind, accept what happens, and see if it makes a difference. And if it makes a difference, and if it doesn't, what have you lost? Well, when you get that sort of an offer given to you, do you say no? Well, of course you don't. You say yes, and you go for it. And I did. And you know what? That was the best thing I ever did. It really was. It really was. And look, I know people say, oh, it changed this and it changed that. But it did. It did. It changed it completely. Excuse me, but it did. I'd lost everything in my life that I held dear. And I lost everything that I held dear and the possibilities of it. And I had just reached the middle of my 50s. Can you imagine what that's like to live your 30s and your 40s and 5 years into your 50s and have nothing to look forward to? And I had been made to sit in a chair for 25 years. Yeah, it changed my life. And when I went in there, he's such a great guy. He's just such a great guy. And I sat down and I told him what had happened, and he sort of said to me, right, well, let's go through. And he explained to me what was going to happen. And yeah. Do you know, within that period of time, and I've no idea how long it was, it may have been half an hour, it may have been an hour, I really don't know. And the pain just suddenly, ooh. And if you're in a lot of pain, the one thing that you do is you never relax, because if you relax, the pain comes back, and by God does it come back. And I could relax, I could lie there, I could actually lie down with my legs out, which is something I hadn't been able to do for years, and just relax. And it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And I sat up, and it was obvious that there was something still a bit tight in my chest. And this was the amazing bit. As Douglas says, he's always told what to do, and he did. And he put one hand in front and he put one hand behind, and I felt this sort of almost like a shake. It was almost like a wobble going through the middle of me, and yeah, and I suddenly went, and do you know what? That was the first in-breath that I had taken since the accident, because I hadn't been able to breathe, not properly, because my ribs have been they've been frozen in that point of the accident where I went as the tree hit. And I hadn't been able to breathe properly since. It had been painful. And I could breathe. For somebody who's been in 25 years worth of absolute horrendous chronic pain, and I do mean horrendous, who'd been told you shouldn't really be walking, to know that I can go around horses again, to know that I can start walking again, it just opens it all up again. And I'm gonna life. And Douglas Ballard gave it back to me, basically. So thanks. Thanks, Douglas. Thanks very, very much for my life.